Mass Bay Community College in Wellesley had a very special visitor in August 2023 when Governor Maura Healey dropped in with a game-changing announcement.
Making higher ed, community college, accessible and affordable for all.
The new program called Mass Reconnect offers Massachusetts residents aged 25 and over who don't have a college degree an opportunity to attend a community college at a highly competitive price.
It's free. Come back or come for the first time, and it's free, which is a really magnificent idea.
Mass Bay President David Padell says this initiative perfectly aligns with the community college mission.
And that's what community college is for. It's for people to change their lives. And that's no small matter. They change their lives in terms of their ability to get a sustainable, good-paying job, but they also change their lives in terms of their perception of themselves as a student, as an educated person, as a citizen. And there's no dollar value you can put on that.
As I reel in the years, I realize
Jordan Gordon is not afraid of hard work.
I've been at Mass Bay for 2 years now. I have a full-time job. I also work 2 jobs, so I go part-time.
His journey to Mass Bay was not a linear one.
I used to go to school before, and when I was younger, I kind of dropped out. Just because I grew up in like the foster care system. I aged out, so I stopped going to school.
Making the decision to return to school was highly personal.
I think that for me, I just want to like change myself and be a better, person for me and also for others.
At first, Jordan paid out of pocket to attend Mass Bay, opting for online classwork that would fit his busy schedule. But once the Healey administration launched Mass Reconnect with $20 million in funding endorsed by the legislature, he got a call that changed everything.
Josh Cheney, the Associate Dean of Students, he reached out to me and told me that I was eligible and qualified, which was pretty exciting. I'm trying to, eventually buy a house, but dealing with like bills in school, it can be a lot. I don't want to take any more breaks.
Nursing is one of those fields desperate for new workers. With more than 5 million registered nurses nationally, it represents the largest healthcare profession in the U.S. Dr. Vicki Gomez is Associate Director at Lawrence Memorial Regis College, which has been training nurses for almost 100 years.
We're an associate degree program that's located in Medford, Massachusetts. Our typical population are a little bit of an older population. So we usually have people who have second careers or coming back.
Training nurses for the front lines of modern healthcare requires more than technical expertise, especially amid the current addiction and mental health crisis.
So in all our courses, we started incorporating mental health simulations. And it might be anything from like, how are you feeling? Or are you drinking? And then that brought up the topic that a lot of students were really scared to ask these questions.
That was certainly the case for Jancy Varela when she started the program.
In my very first semester, I remember speaking to my instructors, and I was just very nervous, and I explained that to them. I'm really nervous about going and talking to a patient.
take away the thoughts of all the regrets.
The solution? A new approach to training based on contact with real patients here at Charles River Recovery in Weston.
Charles River Recovery is a startup. We've actually been open for just over a year. We're owned by a group of local businessmen that wanted to just give back to the community.
Amy Lewis is the Director of Nursing here and an alum of Lawrence Regis.
She reached out, wanted to make a relationship with us, and it was just perfect timing.
Addiction has a lot of different roots. We find a lot of people come in and they tell us stories such as, I have anxiety, I have depression, but I'm not taking any medication for that. And so we find that mental health and substance use disorder really go hand in hand because a lot of it comes from people just self-managing feelings that they're having. But there's a lot of stigma that comes with that.
Bringing in nursing students achieves 2 goals. Students get much needed experience interacting with real patients in crisis. And Charles River can contribute to changing perceptions among future healthcare professionals about addiction disorders.
They're not less than anyone. That could be my son, that could be my daughter, and I don't want them to be mistreated because of a disorder or something that is affecting them. It's an illness. They need compassion, they need support, and that's what we should be doing as nurses.
Varela, now in her final year, is no longer afraid.
Getting to know them, talking to them, having that dialogue with them, I think it's really important because a lot of times they're in a position where they're very fragile. So you want to make sure that you're saying the right thing. You helped in their recovery.
And I thank you. Na na na.
And back to Mass Reconnect. It already seems to be connecting with people. Mass Bay reports a 17.5% increase in enrollment and attributes more than half of that number to Mass Reconnect. If you want to see if you're eligible, you'll find a link to information on our website. Still ahead, education, innovation through all kinds of challenges.